Coming up on this week's episode of Flash Talk, men's basketball head coach Rob Senderoff talks about his team's tough road stretch in Mid-American Conference play. Women's hoops head coach Todd Starkey joins the show to talk about the big win on Saturday at home in the MAC Sun Belt Challenge. Baseball head coach Jeff Duncan talks about the start of the upcoming season for his team down south. And finally, Lacrosse head coach Brianne Tierney talks about her team's season opening win on the road at Lindenwood. All that and more coming up in a flash. Joined once again on Flash Talk by Kent State men's basketball head coach Rob Senderoff. Coach, it seems like it's been a while since this team has had a home game, still in a stretch where 5 of 6 are on the road. How nice is it going to be to get back inside the MAC Center after really a long wait of almost over 2 weeks? You guys play Eastern Michigan here on Wednesday.
Yeah, it'd be good to be back at home. We have a tough stretch here. This portion of the schedule certainly challenging with the number of road games, because then we're back on the road for 2 more before a little bit of a bye. So, tough stretch of games for us, and be good to be back at home, and we got to play well for sure.
How nice was it to see Rob Whaley Jr. kind of find his rhythm back? He missed a couple games, struggled a little bit against Toledo, but he certainly seemed like his normal self to an extent against Southern Miss. How big is that if he's going to provide that type of impact that he was sort of through the middle of January when he started to get hot?
We need everybody to play well down the stretch. We need them to play the right way. We need everyone to play the right way down the stretch. We need him to play to win, and we need everybody to play to win down the stretch in order for us to have success. So certainly good for him to be back in the lineup, and we need him and everybody else going in the same direction.
Talking about this offense, I know always a key is not turning over the basketball, but when you guys are effective, you guys are executing. Obviously, it happens when you're shooting the ball well, but what are some of those other keys that involve your offense that gets them free-flowing and scoring a lot of points?
Transition, ball movement, and player movement. We're really struggling in those areas right now. We did not turn the ball over against Southern Miss, which was a good thing, but we were very, very stagnant offensively. And we've really struggled over the last few weeks on offense. We had been terrific offensively, not just shooting the ball, getting to the free throw line, playing with pace. And we had our lowest possessions of the year down at Southern Miss. We have to get up the floor quicker. We have to get out and transition more. We have to get more easy baskets, and we have to get to the free throw line and then convert from the line, which we struggled also. Hey, that's a little uncharacteristic down there, but we have to convert from the line. But for us, most importantly is getting up and out in transition, make or misses, and not trying to play a consistent, grinded out half court game. That is not what our personnel is necessarily predicated on, and it's not going to be great for us. So we have to make sure we're getting and flying out in transition.
How do you try and create some of those more turnovers? Because if you create those turnovers, live ball, you get out in transition, you get those easy buckets, Coach.
We haven't been a great turnover team this year. I don't know how much that's going to change over the next 6-7 games. But we were getting the ball out of the basket quick. We were getting up the floor quick. We were rim running by our front court guys, and we're still looking up to throw it up ahead. We are doing that, but we were getting up the floor a lot quicker a month ago, 2 months ago, than we have been, the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So we've got to get back to that free flowing, up the floor, transition / secondary, we call it through game, where we're just playing through our forwards and moving it to the next guy. Like, we have to get back to playing that way, as opposed to walking it up, running a set, or walking it up and just trying to have our forwards create. That's not great for us. It hasn't been great for us all year. And it's certainly not going to be something that we're going to have tremendous success offensively doing. So we need to do a better job, getting the ball up the floor. We did a great job taking care of the ball against Southern Miss. Eastern Michigan, who we play on Wednesday, is a very good half-court defensive team with really good length at a number of positions where we struggled to score at their place. And really some of the start of our offensive issues started there. So we get a chance at home. Hopefully our energy is high. Hopefully, the crowd helps us with the excitement of playing at home for the first time in a while. And hopefully we can come out here and play the way we're capable of.
Kent State men's basketball head coach Rob Senderoff. Coach Sendy, thanks so much.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Golden Flashes fans, it's time to lock in your seats. Single game tickets for Kent State men's and women's basketball MAC games are now available. Come out to one of the best mid-major environments in all of college basketball, with championship coaches leading the way. Head to ksutix.com to watch all of the action. That's ksutix.com to watch your Golden Flashes battle it out in conference play. Hope to see you there, and go Flashes! Joined as always on Flash Talk by Kent State women's basketball head coach Todd Starkey. Coach, your team does it again. Late game situation, a late 13-0 run in the fourth quarter. What did it take to get that done?
Obviously a game of big momentum swings. I thought first half we did a really good job of controlling things, and then right at the end of the second quarter we had a little bit of a letdown. They scored a couple possessions. We talked about that at halftime. I said you just gave that team some hope, and they came out in the third quarter. App State really played well, kind of went right at us. It was back and forth then, and then we kind of came over to a timeout and, just kind of looked them in the eyes and tested them and challenged them and said, hey, if this is going to turn around, it needs to happen now. And really got some great contributions down the stretch, especially from Tierney Hildebrand. Was big for us, obviously her career high. And we've just had different people step up all season with all the change in lineups and injuries and that type of thing. And it seems like every game it's been somebody new that's had their moment in the sun. So really excited for her and how she played. I thought Anna Campanelli played really well early, and then Journey late, and then other players contributed throughout the game.
Part of that 13-0 run was a 7-0 run by herself. Journey Hildebrand, 17 points, 8 rebounds in that game. Didn't play in the beginning of the season due to injury. What does that say about her resilience?
You just want to see the consistency of what they're capable of, and obviously Journey showed what she's capable of, and I don't think anybody's really surprised by her being able to do that. We see glimpses of that. I mean, earlier this season, it was Emery Klatt obviously having a big week, and Riley Rissmiller having a career high, and then Journey Hildebrand and
Deanna's had a career high. Maya's had a career high.
So it's been different people each time, and it was so great to see that happen for Journey, and how excited everybody was for her.
Tell us what your team's going to have to do to take down a tough Ohio team, because that was a really big win for you guys at home when you played them back in January. What's it going to take them down a second time?
Yeah, I mean, it took everything that we had. I mean, it's a much improved Ohio team from the last few years. I mean, I think they've got a lot of different weapons. They're a unique system, unique style of team. They're good at home. They're prolific from the 3-point line. There's just a lot of things that they can give you trouble with. So for us, it's going to be really trying to stay consistent with our game plan, right? And to be good on both sides of the basketball, to continue to have players that step up. Hopefully we get the whole group to step up at the same time, and then we'll see kind of what the result comes out with, but all these games down the stretch are really important for every team playing in them.
Now, I'll touch back on a few games ago. A game against Bowling Green at home, one that you guys really needed to win for tiebreaker purposes. You now have a 1-1 split with Bowling Green. You also have the tiebreaker over Eastern Michigan. How proud were of you of that team's effort down the stretch in a very physical game in that one, Coach?
This team has continued to be resilient. That's a great term for this group, and just continue to show up and give what they have. The only time I get upset with this group is when they're not, playing up to their capabilities. We'll live with the results if they're giving it all they have. And here recently, they've been giving it all they have. And we talk about down the stretch here, just drain the tank. Every game is important, but it's not just every game, but it's every possession, every practice, every minute, because this is the last go round we have with this group of seniors, and we want to make sure everybody is fighting together for the best outcome.
Tell us how big it is to have Tatiana Thomas back the last 3 games and just the impact she provides, not only on the court, but as a senior leader.
Yeah, T was huge in our game against Appalachian State. I mean, arguably one of her best all-around performances of her career with 12 points, 9 rebounds, 7 steals, no turnovers. She was shocked when I told her that. I said, yeah, I mean, she really helped dictate the pace of play early in that game with a lot of steals in that game, was very disruptive defensively and helped us on the glass. But really proud of the way she is going through her senior year as well.
What's the biggest thing this team needs to improve on, you feel like, the rest of the regular season in order to try and make a run in Cleveland?
Probably consistency, just the consistent effort on both sides of the basketball, and then each individual player, being at their best every single day. I think if we can do that, we'll live with the results, but that's what we're looking for sure.
Women's basketball head coach Todd Starkey. Coach, thanks so much.
Sounds good. Go Flashes.
Coming up this week in Kent State Athletics, brought to you by KSU Ticks. On Friday the 13th, men's and women's track takes part in the Youngstown State Last Chance Meet. Softball has opponents in the Winthrop Tournament on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Gymnastics takes on conference rivals Central Michigan on the road for a 6 p.m. start on Friday. Kent State Baseball opens their season with a 3-game set on the road against Southeastern Louisiana, and wrestling with a tri-meet inside the Mac Center on Friday night for a 6 p.m. start. On Valentine's Day, women's basketball travels to Athens, Ohio for their second bout against the Ohio Bobcats, and men's basketball travels to Muncie, Indiana to take on Ball State. On Sunday, Kent State women's golf starts the Spartan Suncoast Collegiate Invitational. On Monday and Tuesday, men's golf begins the Hal Williams Intercollegiate in Mobile, Alabama, hosted by South Alabama, and Kent State baseball with a big matchup on the road at LSU on Monday night. And finally on Tuesday, Kent State men's basketball at the Bowling Green Falcons for a 7 p.m. start. As always, you can buy your tickets at ksutix.com. If you want more info on your favorite Flashes teams, visit kentstatesports.com or go to the Go Flashes app. We'll be back with more right after this. Golden Flashes fans, it's time to lock in your seats. Single game tickets for Kent State men's and women's basketball MAC games are now available. Come out to one of the best mid-major environments in all of college basketball, with championship coaches leading the way. Head to ksutix.com to watch all of the action. That's ksutix.com to watch your Golden Flashes battle it out in conference play. Hope to see you there, and go Flashes. Looking to revamp your home? Let Fair Painters, owned by Kent State football legend Brian Winters, tackle the job. From flawless interior painting to precise drywall repair and stunning cabinet refinishing, we've got you covered. Our local team in Streetsboro ensures top quality craftsmanship, fast service, and a 10% discount for veterans. Make your home look its best with the pros you can trust. Visit fairpainters.com or call 888-602-3247 for your free estimate today. Fair Painters, where fair meets quality. Joined here on Flash Talk by Kent State baseball head coach Jeff Duncan. Coach, season starts on Friday. You guys head down south to Southeast Louisiana. Just describe to me your excitement for the 2026 season.
I'm excited for this team and the opportunity we have to play such a really good program. A team that won 38 games last year. They're picked to win their league. What a good opportunity for us. Obviously coming out of the gym. But we're going to be able to get out there a couple days early, fly down, and get outside. And the expectation is to play winning baseball. I'm just excited to see these guys compete against a regional type team.
Southeast Louisiana, obviously a good program, but then right after that, you get a midweek game that Monday against LSU, and then 3 at Tennessee in Knoxville. Tell me how you feel this challenging non-conference schedule.
Well, we have goals in our program, and the main goal is these guys want to get back to Omaha. In order to get to Omaha, obviously there's tiers to this. In order to get to Omaha, you got to go to the NCAA tournament. And there's 2 ways to go to the NCAA tournament. Obviously, winning the MAC tournament, and then you can get in at large. I mean, I think we put ourselves in a position for both. For one, we're getting ready by playing really good teams for the MAC tournament and the MAC regular season, all that. Like you got to win our goal is to win the regular season. Gives us an opportunity to get a bye in the tournament, which gives us a better opportunity to win in the tournament. However, like if we can win a couple games, 2 or 3 games against LSU, Tennessee, 3 of the last national titles.
Yeah.
You know, Tennessee won it 2 years ago, and LSU won it last year, and then the year before that, or 2 of the last 3 years. We're going to be able to see what that's all about. And I think sometimes, especially early in the season, we can learn more from teams we play at times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like the challenge. I think those 3 programs are going to give us a lot of intel on, success. Not that we haven't had our own, right? Yeah. But I think we can learn.
What do you think the identity of this lineup is going to be? And tell me about some of the standouts that you're expecting.
There'll be some similarities to last year's lineup because we've recruited that way. We've always wanted athleticism, guys that can either run or swing the bat with power. So I think you're going to see that in our lineup. You're going to see guys in the front of the lineup that can really run, middle of the order with power, and then the back end of the order, a bit of a blend. Maybe a little bit of good speed and power. So I think we got a chance to be very dynamic. The key in this game is to score more runs than the other team, right? Yeah. And I think we can do it in a lot of different ways. I think there'll be days where you'll see us really swing it. I think there'll be days where you see us run and do hit and run and safety, squeeze, and things like that. We can be creative that way. So I think it's a very athletic, exciting offense with some key returners coming back outside. Like you said, we lost 2 incredible hitters in Hayden Yasik and Jay Casey. And in this time last year, we weren't really talking about them yet. Obviously, we have high goals to go in there and compete and play to win. But I think as long as we keep growing throughout the year, we have a chance to win the regular season, go on to the NCAA tournament, which is our goals. Now, the process to that is the key.
You got arms coming back, Gavin Jones, Rocco Bernardina in the rotation, Caden Leonard in the back end of the bullpen. Tell me about some of the arms that maybe Flash fans don't know as much that you're excited about this year.
I'm really excited about Kieran Cahay, and you're going to see him get the ball on Friday.
How about that?
Yeah, so another guy who went out in the summer, and it's just older. Some of these guys mature, and I think, in the portals era, older wins. Yeah. And I feel like we have an older team that's more, they've been challenged throughout their career. And when you get challenged and seasoned throughout your career in the game of baseball, you got a chance to be very successful. And Kieran has really, his command is the big thing that has made a huge jump for him. His fastball command and his off-speed secondary, to being able to command that as well. So, and he's been very good leader, very competitive for us. So he's going to get the ball on Friday. And then on Saturday, Easton Toomas, he's a transfer from Texas. University of Texas. He did pitch as a freshman, redshirted last year, came in here. He's got incredible stuff. It's he's got a chance to be a high prospect in the Major League Baseball draft this spring. And I'm excited to see him when the lights turn on and how he is. He's high energy, electric personality, electric stuff on the mound. So looking forward to that. And then Ben Rabatin on Sunday. We'll sort through things here in these first couple weeks, but we certainly have a lot of depth on the mound and a lot of guys that have grown through the years.
You can see Coach Dunk and the boys on Friday in a 3-game set at Southeastern Louisiana. Coach Duncan, thanks for the time.
Yeah, thank you, Dane. Appreciate it. Go Flashes.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court, when you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels, our sports medicine team helps keep you in the game. With expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
Joined on Flash Talk by Kent State Lacrosse head coach Brianne Tierney. Coach Tierney, appreciate you joining me. Big season opening win at Lindenwood. You guys come back, you win it in overtime. Tell me the message to your team being down 7-2, being down 8-3 at that point, and kind of what started to catapult that comeback for you guys.
Yeah, I think we were just playing a little hesitant, to be expected first game, on the road. Really one of the first few days we've gotten outside on a full field. So just a little hesitant. All the things they've been doing in practice, going for interceptions, moving a little bit quicker with the ball, without the ball. They just got a little tight, I'd say, in the first half of the game, and just knowing how they can play and going back to the habits they formed at practice. We just talked about, play a little bit looser and play a little bit more how you have been. And they started doing that towards the end and had some really big momentum shifts, big plays from a lot of different people. So just sparked some good stuff happening, and they just stayed with the play. They just knew, eventually shots would start falling, and I'm proud of them for that.
You talked to me about the depth of this team, especially around the midfield. How much can that help you guys throughout the season? Not only keeping fresh legs within one game per se, but also fresh legs throughout the season.
We have a ton of midfielders right now who have a strength on one side of the ball or the other. So trying to get them opportunities to play to their strengths and get a number of kind of fresh players in. Ava Anderson is a junior for us, and she hasn't played much over her career, and now is putting up some big minutes, getting some really good draw controls, had the assist in overtime. So really happy for her. Just some new names this year, especially through the midfield that you'll see.
Zeta Crumpton is in the midfield. She's been great. Lizzie Lunding with 5 goals to lead you guys. Tell me how those veteran leaders really help spur that comeback and what they're going to do for this year's team.
Those two are just so consistent, and we know what to expect of them. We know if you get Lizzie the ball on the inside, she's going to shoot hard and finish. And I think girls are learning just to get it to her stick, and she'll do the rest. Zeta's just always so consistent on the draw and defensively, and just kind of got hot towards the end of the fourth quarter for us, got us into overtime, and was shooting 2 like ridiculously off angle shots, but got them in, and so we just having them be so consistent is important, and especially with some of those new players coming in.
Anna Zacconi had 4 ground balls in your win as well. Talk to me a little bit about what you're expecting the rest of the season from your defense and who leads that group.
Yeah, so Anna's role is to get those interceptions. It's the defense is kind of formed so she does that, and she does that role really well. She reads a feeder, and she's ready to knock that ball down and get those ground balls quickly. So she's so good at doing that. So she's going to be big time for us this year. We really only run our zone defense because of her ability there and in that role. So she's phenomenal. Amber Shinsky has really turned it on for us this year. She's a great defender, just so solid, gets takeaways, and then transitions the ball for us, which is huge. I think we went 24 clears. We've never done that before in 8 years of being here. So really huge performance from Amber, and Sydney Davis is phenomenal in goal.
Yeah, Sydney Davis, obviously huge down the stretch, a senior, 14 saves in that win. Describe to me her communication with her defense and how much that helps you with her having a ton of experience, I might add as well.
She's just got a really deep understanding of what our defense is and who we are now, and just so positive and light, and just she's working on being consistent in game day, and so am I, and so we've really she had just such a good attitude on Friday that we're looking to build on.
Home this Saturday on Valentine's Day against the Mercyhurst Lakers. It's probably going to be a cold one. Tell me what you're expecting and what you're looking to do to get to 2-0 with this team.
Our focus this week is just cleaning up some of the things that Lindenwood showed us. You go against each other for 4 weeks of preseason, and you really don't know where those tough spots are, and now we have a better understanding. We got to continue to play hard and work on our backside of our defense, and then work a little harder off ball on our offensive side of the ball, and just shooting to score, and doing a little bit better of possessing the ball for longer periods of time this Saturday.
Kent State Lacrosse head coach Brianne Tierney. You can see her team this Saturday inside Dick Stadium. Coach Tierney, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
That'll do it for this week's episode of Flash Talk. Make sure you tune in next week. We'll dive deeper deeper into the spring sports season and also still talk Kent State men's and women's basketball. For our entire GFTV studio, Ethan Lachinsky, Justin Spots, I'm Dane Richardson saying good night and go Flashes. Attention Golden Flash fans, when it's time to make your next big move, choose the team that's officially in your corner. Green Lending, the exclusive mortgage partner of Kent State Athletics. Right now, when you mention Kent State, Green Lending will cover your appraisal, helping you save money from the very start. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, refinancing, or tapping into your home's equity, Green Lending delivers personalized service, expert guidance, and a transparent mortgage process. Make a winning move off the court. Visit greenlending.com, mention Kent State, and let Green Lending help you upgrade your home ownership experience.
Hi, I'm Marcus Leto. I'm the co-creator of the Halo universe and the creator of the Master Chief. Kent State really taught me to think like a designer, not just to build visuals, but to build worlds. I mean, that was all this fire in my belly that I just wanted to kind of create something that was different. The program here really helped give me the tools to enter the workforce, and I still look back to Kent State as a foundation that allows me now to do the kind of stuff that I can do.